What's cracking, guys? Omar Yusuf here, back with another video. In this video today, we're in Sacramento. Here's my buddy Mike. He's currently right now on Snapchat.
Follow me on Twitch.
But follow him on Twitch. Follow him on Twitch. But I got a really cool announcement in this video today. This is going to be a start of a new series. A lot of people have told me for years and years, hey, you young whippersnapper, why don't you compete in something, okay? And this is probably going to be the year. I'm not going to say 100%, but I'm thinking I got a hankering, I got an inkling, and what I want to do this year, I think, is do a competition. And what am I going to compete in? Bodybuilding? Powerlifting? Weightlifting? No. Strongman. Something I've never done before. You see, I like the dynamic movements, and I'll give a full overview of how I see this going down. But a lot of individuals, if you want to see this entire series, maybe like the video and leave a comment below. People want to follow along with the journey, and I understand that. And I have had, honestly, a desire to compete in some sort of, let's say, strength sport. And why Strongman is currently appealing to me is, one, they have a weight class just for me, 175 pounds. I weigh right now 180 pounds. I feel great. It's the lightest weight class. But the dynamic movement in combination with expressing your strength, so lifting something heavy and doing multiple reps of it in a dynamic, engaging way, so it's a little bit more athletic. You have to run, you have to carry, you have to pull, you have to drag, you have to lift over your head. I think it's very cool. And so I could say Eric Helms recently got into it after doing his bodybuilding. I've known Alan Thrall has been a good buddy of mine. I went down to Philadelphia several months ago, probably now 5 months ago, and hung with Joey Zatzmary, who's also a strongman competitor. Always liked watching it on a TV. I think this year, realistically, if I wanted to compete in powerlifting, it'd probably take me the entire year to get a total that I would be happy with. And even that is not 100% assured, only because I've been training for a long period of time, and to chip away at new PRs would take that long. So like what, like a 6'10 deadlift, maybe a low five squat, and then a high 3 bench. That'd take a lot of effort, and would it make me happy? Maybe, but I want to try new things because I have missed that dynamic component that Strongman has. So we're going to start a new series here where every single video for the next week is going to have some sort of Strongman training component. Alan's going to be given an instructional component to the video of how to do something. So this one is going to feature the Circus dumbbell, how to use it. I'm not saying that you need to do it, but I think exploring, which is why we call iron culture, different aspects of iron culture, history, science, culture, it's trademarked, is cool. And so I love to lift. It's one of the things that I really enjoy. I like the discipline. I like the concept, like I said before, of asceticism. So kind of the denial of certain things. When I lost weight last year, it felt great. It actually helped realign me. And later on in 2020, I'm gonna get even leaner. So I got 2 cool goals for this year. Do some sort of competition, and it's looking like Strongman. I'm just getting into it right now. I think because I have a decent overhead press. I've overhead pressed 226, I've deadlifted 601, and some of the prior athleticism that I did before, I did some sprinting and so forth. I think it's a good fit, Strongman. So I wanna do that, and then I do wanna lean down after that end of the year. So nice little year of training. Why I am, let's say, leaving bodybuilding, so to speak, is that if I was just doing bodybuilding, the sole goal would be to maximize hypertrophy and aesthetics, right? But I'm not quite doing that this year because I want to keep training interesting. And so once again, I want to challenge myself. It doesn't mean that I won't be doing my curls. It doesn't mean I won't be doing the bench press, but it means that I'll be handling that volume a little differently. And in coming videos, I'll explain that more. But I want to make the announcement video. I want to include the instructional. It might be a little bit vlogging style. We might try and stretch out a little bit. You know, I've been making content for years, so I want to try something new. But what you're seeing before you, a little B-roll, is some of the general training I will be doing. I'll still be training at least 5 times per week. Probably 70 to 80% of my training will look similar, but I'm going to start doing some of the competition events. And I have my eyes set on a particular competition. I want to train at least for a month to see if it's feasible or not, but you'll start seeing what I train and what I do. But I hope you follow along in this journey. I want to give a big shout out to Alan for doing the tutorial. I'll link his channel in the description. I'll play out the rest of the video with the tutorial for the Circus dumbbell. If you like this new series, if you like me trying new things, I can't wait to overhead press 300 pounds. You heard it here first. Make sure to like the damn video, and let's get started with this. Homer Serve Clam, young, impressionable, thick boy, gets into Strongman. Let's do it.
What's up, guys? We're here at Fortis Fitness.
Yep.
I'm Omar Isuf. What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf back with another video. In this video today,
Unconventional strength. Here we are training.
okay, so we got some Circus dumbbells over here.
Yep.
Circus dumbbell is just a one-arm dumbbell press. Circus dumbbell is an oversized dumbbell.
Yep.
And it almost always has a fat grip. There are usually two different types. There's this circular plate loaded,
yep,
or there's the globe here. Those are the two types. Some of them are small, solid steel or iron,
yep,
but those are a little less common. Anyways, we're gonna start with the small one. Dude, have you ever listened to Metallica lyrics? So deep.
What do they mean?
Nobody knows. So, a dumbbell, you would clean it up to one shoulder, take one hand off, and then press overhead.
Sure.
That's the rough description of it. When you grab the dumbbell, because it's a fat grip,
yep,
you're allowed to grab it with two hands. So when you grab the dumbbell, put your dominant hand, the hand you're gonna press, put that hand over. It doesn't matter, you can do thumb around or thumbless, but you'll grab the handle, and then this hand goes on top or around the other hand. Don't try to share the handle with both hands, and don't interlock your fingers. Put your dominant hand and the other one goes around it. So once you're here, what I like to do is actually step kind of in the middle of the dumbbell so that I can get a little bit of swing up to my shoulder.
Yep.
So from here, I'll swing up to the shoulder, and then what you're gonna do is use two hands to position the dumbbell. Once you feel like you're balanced, before you start your dip, bending the knees, you have to have your other hand off.
Yep.
So here, dip down, and press overhead. Now, a couple of things. Whenever you're doing this, keep the outside bell, the outside up.
Yep.
Don't let it drop down here. And the challenge with this is balance. If you try to stand straight up when you're holding 100 pounds out here, it's gonna feel like it wants to move this way.
Yep.
So you actually have to lean a little bit, and you almost imagine that if your body was a triangle, your feet were the base of the triangle, you'd want that weight nearly right in the center of your feet. So you do have to lean a little bit.
Can you, Alan, almost not bench press it? Does that make it easier?
You can.
Okay.
You can if you have the ability to do that, but it's much more efficient once you get up to your shoulder to have it balanced on your body. Use your body. Once it's supported on your trunk, you'll dip down and then drive it up with your whole body. And this, more than any other overhead object, axle bar press or the log press, is, I consider it more of a throw and catch. So you're here, dipping down, throw it up, and then catch the dumbbell. For now, you can just do a push press where you're only bending your knees once. So you'll bend your knees down, push, and then finish with your arms.
Got it.
So the biggest thing to remember, once you're here, keep this bell up. I like to look up, not directly up, just up in that direction. Bend the knees, drive it up and lock it out like this.
Yeah, to demonstrate it must be a clean full lockout for a rep to count.
Yeah, so you have to stand all the way up.
Yep.
Dumbbell arm has to be locked out, and you have to be balanced. You can't be moving around. After this rep, I'm gonna show you a little secret.
Yep. The secrets of the trade.
Are you left-handed? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Good, do it again, and get your eyes a little more upward. Good, let me see from the front here. Good, one more. Keep it close to your face, almost like it wants to touch. There you go. Good, it's pretty good.
Dude, have you seen this Kirk Hammett solo? He fucking rips it.
Man, killer.
Yeah, I got that. It's the notes in between are fucking with me.
You'll notice that when you're lifting the bell up, the dumbbell up, and you're supporting it up, that edge is digging into the bone.
Doesn't feel
and so, no, it doesn't, especially when it gets heavier. And so you can build up a wrist wrap. I like, these are all right, but I like a longer wrist wrap and one that's not very stiff.
Yep.
Not the short, stiff powerlifting ones. This way you can get more out of it. So I would do just one loop around, and then about here, I would just build this up as much as possible. You're allowed to do this in competition.
Cool.
And so you got that pad there,
Yep.
and so it's not as much of a distraction. So you go here, and you can dig that in there, and it doesn't hurt nearly as much.
Yeah.
one thing I will say is that for you, think about if you were to look from the side here and you were to cut the dumbbell in half from the top to bottom, you want your elbow to kind of be on this side, front side.
Got it.
You don't want it back here in that back half.
Was my shit back there?
So a little bit, like
Yep.
you don't want it back like this.
Right.
You actually kind of want to wedge your elbow forward slightly, and that'll keep it secure when you dip down. Big problem with the dip, when it gets heavy, people will dip and everything will kind of fall apart, and it's really hard to recover from.
Yeah.
So keep that elbow up and think about keeping your elbow forward, kind of on that front half.
Best Metallica album on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Saint Anger! Now, for this, Alan, I saw Eric training both arms. Some competitions, do you have to alternate, or no, it's just like whatever arm you want?
Some people are ambidextrous somewhat with this, so they can do both arms, which saves you some energy. But I like to learn on both arms.
Yes.
Because you do have to run through those cues with the non-dominant arm, and it just feels awkward, and I think it does help learning the movement.
Yep.
But once I'm getting close to competition, I'm just using a dominant arm.
Yeah, my left arm by far is the dominant arm.
It's good.
You know what they say, it doesn't count unless it's over your head. You're telling me the bench press is dumb and dangerous.
Yeah.
That's good. And you're already doing the next phase, the next thing that you.
Oh, yeah.
No. That's good.
That's all right.
Yeah, I think that usually naturally happens if you do like a jerk, but that's promising for when I teach you the log press. Woo! You already kind of know how to do that. So.
Yeah.
You ever use tacky?
Oh yeah.
Like, not for stones.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. This is like 40 kilos.
Yeah.
We used to do some singles now, yeah. I'll start doing a dip too, or a jerk. Good. Go to this next dumbbell, take a second, because you just use both hands, fling it up there, and then go. Use both hands to get on your shoulders, get in position, take some time, and then go.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to Iceland, train with some real Vikings, you know, but my parole officer won't let me. Out of bounds. Dude, check out Half Thor's recent deadlift. Imagine full Thor.
So yeah, just be patient with this.
Yep.
Find your balance before rushing through it.
Oh man, that thing's long.
I know,
How does it
dude.
like? So you got like lean
It
back.
has to be. It has to be behind. Part of it behind your head.
Because I try to like.
Yeah. You really need to get in to that position.
Yeah.
So once you're up here, try to get that elbow there.
Yeah.
And once you have the elbow in front, you can kind of wrench it back.
Okay.
In position.
Yeah.
President 2020, 1, 2, 3. Eddie Hall! If he was fully hydrated. This solo fucking rips.
I think I try to put it right next to my head, and I was like, "There's not enough space here."
You also need to lean a little bit more. So you want to think
Like
about.
trail?
You want to think about pushing your hips towards the dumbbell in the direction. So if I have the dumbbell in my right hand, I want to sink my hips to the right side.
Got it.
Right?
Yep. Okay. Yep.
You know, the best thing about all this is just to think, when the Vikings came over and founded America, you know what the first thing they did was? Lifted Plymouth Rock.
Don't twist your body like that.
So don't go that
You
way.
want to try
So
to
be
stay
center.
pretty
be-
square.
okay.
You want to try to stay pretty square, yeah. You're good, dude.
Yeah.
That actually wasn't bad.
Yeah, that felt better. That felt
I
way
didn't
better.
want to coach a bunch while you were trying to figure out, but when you're up here,
Yep.
your elbow is like this.
Okay.
You need to put your hand on the dumbbell
Yep.
and then try to scoot your arm forward like that.
Sure.
I'll show you.
Yeah, that actually felt way better. Even though I fucking missed that, I felt way better.
You were in a good position, yeah. And it's important to not, because it's so uncomfortable and you feel like your time's running out, like I can only hold on to this for so long. You have to be patient with the dip. Don't rush through the dip and lose everything.
Sure.
So let me show you the correction of what you're actually doing wrong.
Yep.
And then the correction to make is in the elbow. You're here. See how I'm way back here?
Yep.
You need to get more here, right?
Right.
PR time. Enter Sandman. All right, let's chalk up. You know, I did a DNA test. Turns out James Hetfield, not my father. Kind of disappointed.
So think about pressing. I don't want to overwhelm these cues, but think about pressing more over your head this way. You're finishing like this, and that's why it keeps coming down, right?
Yep.
Get it a little more, press a little more in that direction.
Yep.
Metallica. Name a better guitarist. You can't.
Get that elbow up, forward. Nice, dude. Good work.
Oh, we're going up to 110, bro. We're not stopping.
That was good. Come on. Nice, dude. Nice work.
We going up, Alan.
Our series. This is the only one that matters.
It will be at some point.
Come on. Yes! Nice, dude. No, abs? What are you trying to be weak?
I hate myself too.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.